It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. But, Charles, a lot of people see these Bengals as legitimate contenders to get to the Super Bowl. And remember, they got there just 2 years ago. What do they need to do to get back?
Well, we know how well-positioned they are on offense, partner, because they have one of the best quarterbacks in the game and a lot of firepower to go with him. But how about what they did in the draft this year? A lot of capital expended on the defensive side of the ball, trying to slow down some of the other top contenders.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, I think everybody seems ready to turn the page from 2022. A tough finish down the stretch. Some wacky plays in that loss to the Bengals in the wild card round. They just want to reset and come out swinging in 2023.
Oh, I love how you just expressed that. You're exactly right. Reset and come out and playing Ravens football again. And look, they had some anxious moments in the offseason. Now, a sigh of relief. They have their key pieces in place. They're ready to attack.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. throw is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They run with Lewis out of the gun, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there into the hands of Ross. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot to
do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and 11. Again, it's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Let's go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. On the return, here comes Lewis. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Lewis. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Jackson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They need 2. Here's third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage.
Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On the option right is Jackson. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Eluding the and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches, really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that particular player.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Burrow will throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Makes the catch off the tip by the safety. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
first down. Here's Burrow. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now we're behind his man, incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Graham now to boot it away after the made field goal. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Lewis between the tackles. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down at 7. Now it's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now 2nd and 3. Running the toss here to Dillon. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Burrow. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. To the right side, this is Dillon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Yeah. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Graham now to boot it away after the made field goal. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got Mason complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. On second down, here's Jackson. It's caught left side boldly, and he'll be out right at the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Mason. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Mason. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This one from 35 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13 to 10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's got Green.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Up the middle they go. It's Brooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Burrow on play action. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Green with a catch left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Burrow going to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And they go play action now. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Dillon going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 2nd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Mason. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Jackson, options out left. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go! Let's dominate this! Show them what to go!
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson options out left, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Jackson going to run the draw. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Third and goal, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Ross, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Burrow. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. Burrow will throw. And he is caught. And he's got room. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, If it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 10 yards out. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Time running short here in the 4th quarter. You're down 3 scores, and I think you've got a defense here saying we just need to prevent the home run. So a good, smart offensive coordinator can use that as an advantage, and that's a nice throw there to pick up the 1st down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again is Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback.
who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Lewis to return. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense back out there. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 2nd down now. It's Rice. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the 1st. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They try again with Lewis. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. 4th down, here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there of finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 4 yards out. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
5
points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here comes third and about a foot. Again, it's Dillon. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give for Dillon running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Anytime that ball comes to me, I'm trying to take it to the go. Come on, let's go.
Now Dillon on the inside give.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Dillon up the middle. And he will have Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.